Daniel, how's it going?
Good. Good morning, Ryan. How are you?
Good. Great to see you, buddy.
Yes, of course, as always.
What's it been like being here at Move Concierge? How's your experience been?
Yeah, it's been incredible. I've worked at a lot of different companies. Been doing sales since I was as long as I can remember. Even back from lemonade stands and
Oh yeah.
Hustling Christmas wrapping paper as a kid in elementary school, and so sales has always been in my blood. But one thing that has been different here from anywhere else I've worked is the people and the culture. Everyone here takes a lot of pride in how they present themselves, and not just how they present themselves, but how they just live the values that are preached all the time. I've done multiple, interviewed at different companies, and so the values are something that I noticed was just incredibly different here. A little extra background for me, I came in, like you said, about a year and 2 months ago, and I left for a little bit. I was gone. Had some things I had to take care of, and a lot of times you leave for a couple months, especially when you're new. Company doesn't think twice to bring you back, and not only was I able to come back, but I was able to come back with open arms and hit the ground running.
Yeah.
And I will forever, be grateful for the opportunity that I was given here, and not just the opportunity, but knowing that you believed in me enough to let that happen. And with all the other companies that I've been at, it's, they look at you as a number,
right,
rather than a person. And, Move Concierge has been something that I can say, like, wow, they actually look at us as people, and, not just a number or a sales or, how much money does this person make for us as a company? It's, well, what else do they bring to the table? It's, their personality, how they fit around the office. And that's just, one of the things that I've noticed here has been incredible. And what I think has helped me succeed in the way that I've succeeded is because I have been able to feel like I'm not just wanted here, but, appreciated here too.
Yeah.
And not just for the numbers aspect, but knowing that, okay, you have a bad month, hey, we're going to help you figure it out. It's not, hey, you're gone. It's, let's figure it out together. Let's let it happen. And, it's just been incredible.
That's awesome. Well, we've benefited from having you as much, if not more, than you've benefited. So it's definitely mutual beneficial, and can't tell you how much we appreciate you being here and showing up. There's a lot of places you could be, right? A lot of things you could be doing, especially given your sales background and your sales success. Coming from a sales background, how is Move Concierge and the sale different? I mean, sales can be sales, right? But talk to me a little bit about how this product or service, or better yet, experience that you're selling is different than the other things that you've sold in the past.
It's fun.
Okay. How so?
So I came from a life insurance background. I did a lot of life insurance, and it's important, of course, but is it fun to talk about that? No. You talk to 10, 15, 20 people a day, but you're talking about death all day. Yes, it's something that happens, but it's not fun to talk about. And moving's exciting. You're getting a new home, whether you're renting, you're buying, whether you're a home buyer, whoever, like it's fun, it's exciting. You're doing something new. And, it's actually funny because before I came to work here, I actually used the service. And not knowingly.
You were a customer.
I was a customer, yeah. And I was moving to a new city. I didn't know who my utility providers were. I didn't know what internet was available. I knew nothing. And, it took a lot of work. They reached out to me. They said, here, you got this, this, and this. I'm going to help you do it. And I was like, that's incredible. That's awesome. It took so much off my plate. But, for me, like, what I don't look at it as sales as much as, we're just helping people, like we're taking tasks, like everyday tasks that have to happen, off their plate.
Got to get internet set up.
Got to get internet set up. You got to get your electricity set up. Like, it's things that have to happen.
Yeah.
But it's also fun to talk about, and then a lot of times, you save people money, you get them better rates, you help them shop around, and it's I can have fun on the call instead of having to feel serious and, oh, well, got to do this, you got to do that. It's just fun. It's an enjoyable conversation. And
Yeah.
I have people that sit around my desk that come up to me after and they go, I heard your customer laughing, and having fun in the phone through your headset, and so they know like we're able to have that fun experience with people.
Yeah. That's unique to you, and it's something we're trying to get more people bought into, and more people, kind of living with their customers in that way on the call. You mentioned life insurance, selling that before. One thing that's interesting to me, I often will talk to people about is, statistically speaking, when you look at, psychologists and they study what are stressful times in people's life. Death, divorce, moving to a new place is right up there with stress. You describe being able to talk about moving as something fun. There's no way that there's not some mindset work that you've done around that. And I agree, there's a lot of fun aspects of moving, new place. I'm excited about the house. What's the most common feedback you get from your customers when they're having fun talking with you?
Making the experience easy, kind of like you said, moving is up there with one of those most stressful things that happen. But when I speak with the customer and I go through the process and, show them, hey, this is where it is fun. I'll get a lot of people telling me, oh my God, I didn't realize that you could do all of this, take all this stress off of me, but actually, make it enjoyable to talk about,
Yeah.
I just, before here, I got off the phone with someone who, needed help with electricity, right? And he knew that, especially in Texas, there's options, right? And said he was looking them up, didn't know what to do, and started reading about different plans and called me. He's like, I stopped because I didn't know what I was looking at. And after we went through everything, thankful, grateful, didn't realize that, oh, well, this is something I didn't know. And the educating of them too, a lot of people don't know. And I just think that part of making sure that they enjoy the experience is giving them a good experience through the call.
Yeah.
It's not someone to sound, I don't know, salesy is the right word, but it's not someone to sound salesy. It's not somebody, you're not pushing people to,
right.
Choose one thing or the other. You're just simply helping them, and it's just making things easy.
Yeah. One word I like to use is confidence. I think, you imagine someone moving, they've got all these choices, who do I go with? Electricity, for example, in Texas, it's different. And we work in all 50 states. In some states, you don't have a choice, right? Who your electric provider is. But one thing that a new homeowner faces is lack of confidence and knowing which one to choose. And I think having an experience with a concierge like you provide, it lifts their confidence to where they're able to make that decision and feel really good about it. So
absolutely, 100%.
Okay, so you've accomplished something here, graduating to Senior Concierge quicker than anyone else has. What's the blueprint? What are the things that you had to do? And maybe they're not secrets. Maybe they're things that we talk about all the time, but you just implement them really well. But what does that look like? What's the advice you'd give?
So one of the things that the president of the company, I had we had dinner with him prior to starting. We all the new guys get to meet together, and
yeah.
He knew my sales background. He knew experience. He knew past success that I'd have. He told me forget everything.
Yeah.
Now, not forget everything, but it was like just keep an open mind, right?
Yeah. Put it on the shelf.
I came in and training's incredible. We go through 2 weeks of training plus additional training after that, and of course, me being the stubborn kind of person that I am, I listened, but at the same time, I was still leaning back towards some of my old habits, right? And I was having some success, but not the kind of success that I hoped or wanted. And talked with Jason again. He said, hey, you remember when we had dinner? He's like, what did I tell you? He told me to forget everything. Try it out. That's what I did. So I followed to the T, like the exact process. Lo and behold, it works.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not reinventing the wheel here, right? We have a process. We've tweaked the process throughout months, but it's all the same, and the company's been growing. People are successful for a reason. It's not just because they're good at what they do. It's because there's a process for it and a way for anybody, whether you've got sales background or not, it's a process that anybody can come into, follow it, and be successful.
Yeah.
There's no secret sauce. You know, there's no.
I'm sure you've been asked, what's the secret
what's
sauce?
the secret sauce? You know, I got magical home buyers, you know, that come to me, but no, it's really not. It's taking what has worked over years and years and years and years of building the process that you guys have built and just applying it. Now, yes, like, do I have my own relatability? Do I have my own ability to build rapport with customers? Of course, right? That comes.
Yeah.
But the process itself, I hit on all the main points. And not only do I hit on the points, but I do it in the exact order we're told to do it.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, all of a sudden, in 1 month, I'm helping 107 home buyers in one single month.
Yeah.
Right. And that's it. There's no secret to it. There's no, you know, magic dust I sprinkle on things and all of a sudden I'm setting records. I followed the process. I listened to what they told me to do and I did it.
If anything, you simplified.
Yeah.
You got simple.
Absolutely.
And I often tell people, like, try the shirt on, see how it fits, follow the process, and then add your flavor to it, which you've done great, man. So
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your hard work.
Absolutely.
Love working with you. Love seeing your success and can't wait to see what you do in the future.
I'm excited. We're going to get to 150 home buyers in 1 month.
That'll be the new record.
That'll be the new record.
You're going to crush it.
We'll get it. I appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thanks
you.
again, man.
Thanks, Daniel.